It is the time of dig, well now summer's gone away. People come from miles around to meet on Dig Well Day. We all come here with mighty stones, with gravel, rocks, and sand. Bring it here with ox carts or with buckets in your hands. Pile high, the devil's underground. Pile high, keep the devil down. And bring you all your blighted crops and blighted beasts beside, and coffins of this season's dead that of the blight have died. Bring them to the mountain's top and fetch the boulders near. 'Tis fitting that the blighted dead should all be buried here. Pile high, the devil's underground. Pile high, keep the devil down. So fetch the boulders, sand, and stones, and pile them deeply here. We bury now the sorrows, sins, and bad luck of the year. And when the mountain's higher by the mound we build today, then we shall feast and dance and sing this autumn night away. Pile high, the devil's underground. Pile high, keep the devil down. For back in our forefathers' time the devils ruled this land. They made cruel wars and laws to rule the folks on every hand. They spoiled the land and water and they poisoned half the sky. They cared for nothing but their power, though man and nature die. Pile high, the devil's underground. Pile high, keep the devil down. In time the danger grew so fierce it threatened them as well, and so they dug deep in the earth and hid them safe in hell. They hoped to wait in comfort till the poisons wore away, for then they could come out again and rule another day. Pile high, the devil's underground. Pile high, keep the devil down. They hid themselves below the ground and left the people here, amid the blight that they had made, and even they must fear. But still the people stayed alive, and well they promised then that all the devils hid in hell would never rule again. Pile high, the devil's underground. Pile high, keep the devil down. And so our fathers hunted till they found the secret gate, and there they piled the boulders high above where devils wait. And thus we've ever after done these many years and more. So now our man-made mountain stands upon their exit door. Pile high, the devil's underground. Pile high, keep the devil down. Pile high, the devil's underground. Devil down.
Good morning, Minecraft. How you doing? Wandering Beekeeper here. Content warning. I am inappropriate for all audiences. You should really stop listening, watching now. I am an old queer man with queer kids, and we got run out of Tennessee by political violence, and I will talk about our lived experience, and I live in a legal state, and I'll talk about weed, and I cuss a lot, and yeah, if you proceed from here, you do so at your own risk, so you understand. Good morning, Queen Freya. Pancakes are lovely. My breakfast is normally peanut butter and jelly on whole grain toast. It's easy and it sits lightly on the stomach. I've had to become a little more concerned about that as I've gotten old. Speaking of getting old, I did get my eye surgery on Monday. Turns out that getting your retina tack welded is an outpatient procedure nowadays. So yeah, in and out, and the only reason I had to, well, two reasons I had to have a driver. One, the vision in my left eye was pretty much fucked, even though I could see out of it again within like 5 to 10 minutes. A lot sooner than they had said to expect. And But also, they gave me a Xanax before the procedure, so, I was in a very relaxed state and probably shouldn't have been making any major decisions like, where to steer a ton and a half of angry metal. So, speaking of ton and a half of angry metal, we're going to try actually to build a ton and a half of elegant metal today. We're starting out at the rail yard, as always. Going to bounce over to the factory here. Factory is right now, let me see, let's go around to the panel. Factory is doing a few basic things. Right now, we've got copper, iron, and zinc and redstone processing in, and we've got a regular delivery of coal to make sure that I don't run out of fuel here. Other than that, it's time to get some more materials going here. I'm still doing infrastructure. Let's go around and have a look down here at the train that is in the station. This is the Emerald Queen. This is my broad gauge locomotive. She is about to be one of two. And I want to have a look at her because I want to make a few changes to the next one. Yeah, I definitely need to bring boiler, then front end to make it look better. That bogie is way too far forward. It annoys the snot out of me that I can only put 2 bogies per car. I want 4 bogies on my loco so that I can have like a 260 set up. Broad gauge heavy rail, yeah. I ought to have more drive wheels on the loco. I've had to simulate it by putting drive wheels on what is effectively the tender. Not happy about it. Next train has to replicate this spacing. So I'm going to take a second here and count blocks from the station to first car. Let's just take notes here. Okay. I want to go from here. Here's my station. Oops, shoot. I hate it when that happens. There we go. I gotta close that off. That's dangerous. I need to see it closed off when I build the crew area. Okay, so from here, this is where the first bogey actually lines up. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25. Okay. All right, 25 there. And then the standard car, I'm going to maintain the standard car here, where I am back 2 blocks. And then I've got 3 total between the bogies. Let's just note this down so that if I write it down, I'll be less likely to forget it and have to come look at it again. It does not matter what I'm actually unloading into these chests. The chests are simply buffers. They all feed into the same pipe. I just need to maintain the spacing so that my new train can stop at the same station. So, let's start here. Boop, 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 boop. Train parts. Train parts. Let's do. I'm gonna need train casing. Think anything else? The super glue, obviously. Don't think this actually could be put in the green box. That's not a term I want to use, actually. The green chest, the chest of green materials, because if you live in rural America, in the rural United States, a green box is the big dumpster on the side of the road where everybody hauls their garbage to because there ain't no pickup out there. If you live on a farm, you don't sit your trash out at the end of the driveway on Wednesday morning. No, you you throw it in the back of the truck and you haul it down the road to where the dumpsters are that the county picks up once a week. So yeah, green box has a whole different meaning there. Pardon me rambling. I am going to need the item vault. I don't think I'm going to need any of the rest of this. This is all like station building and mine building and stuff. Let's put this in the chest here labeled green. And I want the white loco metal and the white riveted loco metal to start with. Let's get boiler and stack and controls. I don't need a station. I just want to think about the parts that I'm pulling out as I pull them out and what I'm going to be using them for. Let's, before I do anything with rail cars, let's get the loco itself done. I am going to want this and this for that, and I want the seat. Probably going to want this, may want that. Right, this is all, these four are specifically for the cargo. Okay, and that's going to be an entire thing of itself. Okie doke. Let's go over to no bogeys. Alrighty. Gonna flip creative and start building a loco here. Let's start with placement of the bogies. First bogey is going to go here. Obviously, we have to. All right, now I had already said I wanted to put this, no, it's too low. That, this, and this. There we go, that looks better. Now, has to be from here. I'm going to put my next, I'm going to have to put a marker here. Right? Because from here, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, and it needs to go there. That's where my freight car starts. Okay, let's think about this. That is 5 boilers. Let's make it 6. This was 3. That one is 4. This one is 6. You know what? No, I'm going to shorten it by 1 so that it's 5 and it centers on there. Okay. Negative, negative, negative. Where's the... See if I can get this placed where I want it. There we go. There's where I want it. Let's say I go 4. What if I do... this? If I put drive wheels here, they're going to be awful close. And on this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should probably be 6, at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What if I put them here? And done with boiler, I think. I need an empty hand here. Switch that over and bring it on back. Like this. Kind of wish I had stairs or something, some sort of diagonal there, but you know, that's life. Gonna need me leave me needing. Gosh almighty. There we go. Tinder here. Alright, Tinder is gonna go here. We're gonna go two empty blocks there. Alright, now first bogey here has to go there. No. Has to go there. Thank you. And then 1, 2, 3, and there. That should give me... That gives me only 2, right? Shit. Alright. Think about where this needs to go. here. Give me the spacing I've got here. Oh, let's find out. Yes, it is. Isn't that one spacing? All right. The long car here that we're drawing. This is going to be like a crew car, not a tender. This is a crew car or something. Passengers even. I can make it a passenger car. All right. Did I get... Let me go on and get... the... Where are they? Well, where the heck are my portable storage interfaces? Here's my portable storage interfaces. Are up here. Okay. I'm gonna... Willow, hi. How you doing? Sorry you're late with coding. I understand. You get head down over something, and I just did, and completely miss people logging in. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Whew, this is large. Let me go to the riveted locometal here. And I'm going to put that in here. But not there. That's too close. Crowds the wheels. I need... Do I have a white locometal slab? I don't have a slab, do I? No. Locometal doesn't come in slabs. At which point I'm going to need that smooth quartz slab anyway. Higgledy-piggledy pop. Let's go on and grab this, and this, and this, and just make sure I've got everything. Why not? It's a party. Okay. Oops. Stuck on my own marker there. So effectively, I've got a car the same set of dimensions as one of the cargo wagons, where one would think I would have a tender. All right, let's go on and get the loco done here. I'm going to need a total of 4 cars on this, but I got to get other stuff done first. Do this. Now, I need to look at trapdoors a minute. What have I got? White mangrove. White mangrove glass trapdoor. Here we go. That will give me... Oops. There we go. Ta-da. Okay. Controls. Controls go there. Controls can then go in up there. Seat goes here for now. I'm going to put a deadhead seat there. Backpack that. Okay. Things I can backpack once I get in place here. That on. Unclutter my... okay, now. Oh, I need wall here. All right. Doot. Slab. And pilot goes down here. I am now done with that part and can put it away. I need this back that I'm not done with. And I need quartz wall. What I need. I don't have it. What have I got? Diorite's kind of sucky. White sandstone might work. White dacite is going to be marbly. Don't like it. Smooth white zoltanite. That's a little odd texture. Cut calcite wall might also work. Let's try the both of those. Put that on and put that on. Which one? Well, this one's less jarring. We'll go with that. Okay. Slap that off of there, and instead, I'm going to slap one of these on it for decoration. Give it a headlight. There we are. Oops. Go. Figure out how to click it in so that it goes where I want it. There's always that question of where's the point where I want to click. There we are. Got to think about in terms of hitboxes. Okay. Let's see. We're missing a couple of things. Where's the plaque? No, I don't need bunting, although that could be amusing. Have little flags fluttering in the breeze. Chef's hat, that's fun. Where is the thing that I am looking for? No. Placard, here we go. Placard. It should be this. And this. Okay. Think I'm not quite ready to crazy glue it. Let's do a couple more things here. I need to do a couple things back here. Let's fix that. That doesn't look right. Minecraft blocks do not seem particularly aerodynamic, but of course neither is Minecraft Air. There is that point. There's a point where you're getting close enough. You know, we understand that we're building with blocks here. Keep that. I may want to put one on a later thing. Put that on there. And there we go. And then door, obviously, must go here. And I'm going to put another door here. And then I think I'm done with these doors for right now. Let's see about crazy gluing this. Or super gluing as they call it. From here, I should be able to get most of the train in the first shot. There we go. We'll need to hit this roof and tack it down into there. And make sure the placard is stuck on. And look at the front, because I'm not convinced I've got my co-pilot there. Let's just make absolutely sure everything is stuck together properly. Make sure we've got our glue done. Okay. Think the glue is done. All right, crew car, I'm going to just hastily bodge right now. So that I can get this thing put together for first assembly. And I can tidy this up later. Fancy it up, do whatever. Okay, framed glass, real quick here. We're just going to go glass straight on down. This may be an excursion car, who knows? All right. Get that. I want to go on and get the roofing done here. I am trying to make some effort toward aerodynamics here. If nothing else, by using the more shallowly sloped roof up to this point on the leading edge. Nope. This car is mainly for spacing anyway. Okay, roof. DiMaggio? Punchline of an old joke. Guy says, I got a talking dog. Other guy says, I don't believe you. Guy says, okay, what's on top of a house? Dog says, roof. Guy says, who is the greatest baseball player of all time? Dog says, Ruth. Second guy reacts poorly, leaves. Dog looks up at the guy, at the first guy, and says, DiMaggio? Okay. Great car. Great car. First thing we're going to be picking up is gold. This is the jewel train. So, do I have... I do not have gold sheet metal, so we're just going to go with blocks of gold for this train. For this car. This is the jewel train after all. Okay, item vault. Item vault goes... I'm also, at this point, using a standardized design for these cars. So building them is a lot quicker. Okay. Okay, let's get that done. It's that, and we grab this. Okie doke. There's that. Let's do the super glue thing. And I can touch up as needed later. I want to make sure that this is all working. I'm doing rather a lot here before testing, and I dislike doing so much before being able to test it out. There she is. And she assembles. Okay. Hmm. 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 Oh, what name did I give her? I gotta look something up here. Give me just a second. Go to. Mm, Shinko. Okay. There is. Novgorod. Did not give her a name. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. Gonna have to look a thing up here. Why am I not seeing? There we go. For some reason, the play button wasn't hit and on my preview here, and I wasn't seeing what was going on here. Give me a second. I'm working on a name for this train. If you give me just a moment. Let's see. I need this to this. Ville Rafinha. There we go. Ville Rafinha meaning white countess in Ukrainian. And this is a reference that I don't think anybody's ever going to get. This is a Hodgson. I think it's a reference to something I wrote for 1879. The White Countess of Nizhny Novgorod, who is the sponsor of Dr. Olga Vishenko, among other significant parties. Okay. This has the first car on it. I'm going to go on and put 3 more cars on it here. I've got, it's only 8:45. I got plenty of time. Just watching my heat. I'm going to go on and put 3 more cars on her in the order that we're going, and let's look at where we're going. Where we're going is a new loop here that I'm putting in. It's a big one. Takes off from here, from the broad gauge loop. I'm continuing it on up to here to the to a gold mine, paralleling the standard gauge line for a short distance, and then going out to Lapis. So let's just note down that it is gold. Lapis is next. From there, I am on my way to a diamond mine. At which point, I'm going to want to turn and find my emeralds. Where are the emeralds? Remember where the emeralds are. Here. Okay. Emerald. There we go. So we're going to want to turn and shoot back across to hit the emeralds. All right. So the next car is Lapis. I'm going to go on and build 3 more cars in fairly short order here. Let's disassemble the train. And get this going. I want to go on and get this done. I'll put placards or whatever on in a little bit. All right, now I get a space there. I need to put it there. And white brass wrapped loco metal. Doot, doot. That gets me 1. Yes, thank you. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. 3. Rotate. 4. Shut that door. 5. 6. Pick up sticks. 7. 8. Open the gate. I don't remember how the rest of the damn thing goes, and I'm not sure I care. Okay, there's that. We go. Oops. Boop. Ting. Ting. There we go. Uh-oh. Can't be humming copyrighted music. Cannot use any music that has been copyrighted. Capitalism destroys art. Sorry, Pink Floyd, but you don't get referenced anymore or have your music discussed on stream because the algorithm at Twitch is run by a bunch of knuckleheads who wouldn't know. Yeah, let's just say it's run by a bunch of knuckleheads and leave it at that. All right, 1 car, 2 car, 3 car. All right. Done with that, not done with these. Need the slab and the loco metal. It really sucks. You know, Marshall McLuhan said the medium is the message, and the message that Twitch is sending through their medium is that commercial music should never be played. Any music that has ever had any sort of success commercially that has a copyright attached to it should never be played. It's the death sentence for your music. And seems to me the message that Twitch is giving here. I sure as hell can't play anything that might trip the algorithm. Okay. Whew. That's a lot. It's a lot like life. There's another musical reference I would really like to do right now. Can't do it. Depeche Mode, Master and Servant. Hoofa. Okay, so my next one is Lapis. And I'm just going to use block of lapis lazuli, I guess. Oh, there's lapis bricks. Making it out of lapis ore doesn't seem to work. Let's go with lapis bricks. Okay. And then we have diamond, which, again, there's not a lot of options here. No sheet metal for diamond. And then we have emerald. And there we go. There's our 3. Go back to survival inventory so I can see what I'm doing, and let's get this put in. At some point, I would really love to be able to stream from the Pixelmon server I've been playing on, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet without overburdening my bandwidth and blowing out my heat levels. I'm about to set up a Pixelmon breeders shop. And because we're doing a sort of low rent sort of shop area, the place where you go to sell your treasures is a pawn shop. There's a tiki bar and a 7-Eleven. So I'm going to do it up as People's Pet Shop from Magilla Gorilla. And I have a Rillaboom I'm going to put in the front window. Oh, let's see. Oh, yes, indeed. Song used to pop into my head every time I was working with IDE drives. Yeah. Noting again, yeah, you gotta pop over to the Pixelmon server at some point and check it out. It's a very relaxed, very cool place. We've worked hard to make a safe space for people to unwind and chase Pokemon. You know, I mean, we're all Pokemon nerds here. Got some fun stuff going on. So yeah, I'm gonna put a Rillaboom in the front window and do it up as people's pet shop. But I gotta wait for the admin to figure out where the missing dependency is. I've been on a Minecraft hiatus. Let's see, we've got a gorilla for sale. Yeah. I gotta figure out how to do OG. Because you can't do a Magilla Gorilla joke without including the character of OG, the little 5-year-old girl who's frantic to be his owner. And her parents are just horrified at the idea of her bringing home a gorilla. What did I do with my item vaults? There they are. Okay. But yeah, I gotta have an overexcited, redheaded 5-year-old hanging around the shop somehow. Figure it out. There's got to be a way to do it with an NPC, you know? Peebles is actually going to be easy enough to do also. It's a cartoon, it's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, so the level of detail in the backgrounds isn't always all that great. But you know, it is what it is. Good news being that it's simply a red brick building with a red tile shingle roof. Main feature being a really massive front window big enough for a gorilla to hang out in. So I've got connected glass set out already. I've been working on the parts for it. I've also been marshaling Pokemon. Got a lot of shinies to sell. And I'm working on breeding a bunch as well. I'm currently doing a run of all the starters because some of the starters are really hard to find in the wild. Oops. Okay. Super glue. Spouse and I went to a show about a month ago or so of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon at the planetarium. They played the album and did a whole program with it. It was intense. That album hits so much. Let's see, I just went live, just so you know. It was really amazing. And of course, we got out of the car, and getting out of the car next to us is a trans furry, and we're like, okay, we're in a safe environment. This is a good sign. Like, oh wow. For a moment there, I flashed back. I'm like, are we at the hotel? Do I have my table set up? I used to do the furry convention. I'm going to try this thing that just popped up. I used to do the furry convention circuit when I was doing mail. Philadelphia, wow. Look at that. There's all those cars lined up. Boom. Okay. The train is assembled. Now I get to find out if all the parts glued on correctly. Let's back her out of the station and see what happens. Check your channel page when you have a moment. Stream together. I gotta stream together. Hold on just a second. Let me back the train a little further. I want to make sure I get past where the last car was. There we are, and let's see, accept. Let's see what happens. Joining Willimus23. Oh, that will send me over to your channel. I'm going to stick over on my channel if you don't mind. It looks like it's going to send me over to your channel, and I kind of want to stay on mine for right now and continue on with what I'm doing here. But it does look like I can pop over onto your channel. I'm curious about it too. Why don't we give it a little bit? Oh, what's going on with my heat all of a sudden here? Isn't that... Oh, I was hoping it'd let me join yours. I think I need to extend the invitation over to you. Not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna just sit for a second here. So it seems. Oh well. Okay, let's just see how this did here. Do I have any floating train parts? I see no train parts floating around the track. I appear to have assembled the train correctly. Holy crap. Code that runs first time makes me nervous. You know? Let's pull her in. I'll put the White Countess here into Villa Raffinia, into Broad Gauge Park, and then I need to pop to the factory. And move the Emerald Queen. Come on. Land already, darn it. There we go. Oh, bugger. I'm going to have to move her by schedule. Okay. Let's just give you the schedule here and let you roll on. And then we'll take the schedule away when you get to the coal station. I'm going to flit out that direction. Meet the train there. That'll also allow you to see some of what I've been doing here a little. Yeah, there's a lot. So, the jewel loop goes this direction. We're actually going to veer off and go over and follow that line out to the coal mine. Switching is automatic based on the train destination, which is nice to have. I am going to have to put signals on this line, as I will now have 2 locos operating on it, and I do not want any collisions. Oh boy. So I am going to have to put signals on my line in order to divide it into sections for safety. This will be a lot more obvious how it works. I don't think I've ever asked, have you ever dabbled with constructing a language? Yes, I have. I have done conlanging. As a matter of fact, I've done conlanging for publication. I designed the Sarid language and the Samsut language for 1879. For the Sarid language, what I did was went back. Let me put this here for a second, and I need to have my control panel up in front of me, my OBS panel here. For the Sarid's language, what I did was I went back to the Earth Dawn role-playing game and collected up all the words in the Tiskrang language that had been created so far, broke them into phonemes, and dropped them into a phoneme generator and to create new words. So the new words I created sounded like the existing language. And then built a grammar for them. For the Samsut, basically I took Akkadian and mutated it to reflect 3,000 years of linguistic drift. And threw in some Hittite and a little bit of this, that, and the other just for grins. The languages that the Akkadians would have picked up along the way. So it's a bit of a mishmash of ancient Semitic languages. It is lovely. I really enjoyed it. The Samsut characters I had way too much fun with. I did a demo scenario where you're playing Samsut characters. And let me see. Oh, here's our train coming in. I need to be paying attention. I need to go take the schedule from the driver so that the train now sits here and does not move. There we go. Okay, schedule has been taken away from for this. That gets me here. I can then bounce to the workshop. And I need to take Billy Rafinha to the factory and make sure that her cars line up. So yeah, what I did there is the Samsut characters have names in the Samsut language that have meanings that are kind of amusing. The NPCs that you deal with, the sergeant in charge of the unit, his name translates to "I'm getting too old for this shit." Um, the combat lawyer. Yeah, Samsut culture has trial by combat. When your lawyer says that they will fight for you, they mean it literally. If the legal challenge comes down to the arena, yeah, yeah, they will fight for you. The combat lawyer, his name translated as man of purchasable ethics. Akkadian is such a fun language. It's an agglutinative language, and it produces these horrific German-looking words, except they're Semitic, and it's just an entire thing. It was a lot of fun playing with it. If you would like to have a look at the Sarid and Samsut language work that I did, check out the 1879 collection that I shared with you. Um, that's a personal share, but yeah, you've got access to it, so you can see. If you want to look at what I did, yeah, you can. There's a whole grammar, and there's everything, all sorts of stuff. I've also done a little bit of conlanging for Antilia, because the world of Antilia has 4 physical configurations. And so it has to have 4 sets of pronouns, 4 pronouns, not just 2, as a binary world would have. It's a gender quaternary. Oh, this is getting a little rugged here. I think I'm beating up on my machine a little hard here. I'm going to pull into the station and then pause the game for a minute. Juddering a little bit here. And let's just put it in pause for a second. I have enjoyed constructing grammatical gender as well. Yeah, the Antilia piece, now Antilia is released under Creative Commons, and it's on my personal site on NeoCities, free for the download, free for distribution. Yeah, it's my own work, and I released it under Creative Commons so it can get out there. The Antilia has a table early on that tells you for the 4 physical genders, male, female, Gweether, and Nweether. It tells you what the pronouns are, what the terms are for sibling, for parent, for child, for position of authority. For instance, there are 4 terms of royalty, not just king and queen. There are 2 others, and Antillians consider the stable quad to be the ideal. We'll just give it a second here. I'm going to ramble about this and give my game a chance, give my laptop a chance to cool off maybe a little bit. Let's see. Danger UAD. Where are the characters? The Harbat team. The Eridu Harbat team. Harbat team is the plural of Harbatu. Let's see. Their Naru Ipishu is Anatatu Awam, person of purchasable argument. The Harbatu Dielu, who is a mana technician, is Pasatu Gaidim. She's a little nervous, and her name means chief's nerves. And her left hand has the unnatural smoothness of skin and pigmentation and lack of scars you see in regenerated limbs. The Harbatu Napalu, who is the engineer, is Hahemu El Haseo, meaning I would explain, but it would take too long. She has a job to do, and that's all that matters. Let's see, their priest technician, their Sipir Abu Nilkito, is Saremo Maroum. Try talking first. The Sipir Asu Nikiltu, the doctor, is Atamanu Isaklim. You're all poozers. He's convinced that he's going to end up dead because of one of his teammates poked a finger at something they shouldn't have. And then there's their Tare Shlamtu. The Tare Shlamtu is the undead handler. The Samsut have battery-powered undead. It's a thing. They use mana batteries, and they have battery-powered zombies. And the Tare Shlamtu, who controls them, is Anu Isimakitma. Damn it, Anu Isumasikto. It's been a while since I've done this. Anu Isumasikto has a bad feeling about this. Oh yeah, and then here we go, the sergeant. Ateru Sibuto Zusumo. I'm getting too old for this shit. By the way, this is a scenario that I can run for anybody interested. It's designed for a table of 4 to 6 people and to run within a 2-hour demo time slot. There we go. Heat level has come down. Thank you. We can get back to Minecraft, and I can stop rattling about stuff I wrote. And god damn it, it's too... How did I do that? Oh my god, I have to shorten this. Oh, fucking hell. How did I manage this? Oh, damn it, I am off by, what, 1, 2, 3. I am off by 3 blocks. I'm enjoying the rambling. Glad somebody is. I'm off by 3 blocks. Oh my god, how did I do that? I don't even understand. I had to take this back to the workshop, disassemble it, and redo it oh lordy. That's going to be a lot of work, and I'm going to do it off stream. How the hell? Really, how the hell did I took notes, I counted blocks, how the hell did I come up off by 3? Oh my god, this has to shorten by 3 blocks. And then everything has to move up, and it's not as, I can't just disconnect the cars and roll them up. Oh, for Pete's sake. All right. I'm going to go back to the workshop, for a minute here and unload. Unload all the train building crap here. All the train building crap gets unloaded. And pull train building crap out of here because I'm sure I've got some pieces of stuff here that I threw in various points. Yeah, that ought to be, that's cleared out enough. That's good. All right. And let's go to inventory, to the toms, and load up on track and stone brick, which I've been processing in massive quantities because I've been using it in heinous quantities, and start getting some navying done because I do have stuff I can do right now. This is kind of fun. Let's pop over here on the way to there, on the way to the endpoint. Yeah. There's a sandstone monument here next to a village that is, well, rather obviously dedicated to maintaining the temple. Or was at some point. Maybe it's built on the ruins of the town that built the temple. Who knows? They may not even be their temple anymore. But they live next to a whacking great temple. And we go up here. Now, the Danger UAD is a reference to a British TV show, Danger UXB, which, if you ever get a chance to see it, it's only 6 episodes, and I really strongly recommend it. It is the most realistic show about ordnance disposal ever made. It takes place during World War II and deals with a young man who is drafted and told he's going to be leading an ordnance disposal unit, meaning as the officer leading the unit, he's the one who gets to go cut the wire. Yeah, gets all sorts of exciting. Had some great music, some great writing. The technical accuracy was intense. And it's sort of the situation your crew is in because you are our bot team. You are artifact recoverers. There are ancient artifacts left by the gods here and there around the land, and every now and then somebody finds one, and your team gets called in to assess and decide, do you build a wall around it and put a danger sign on it? Do you pack it up and take it back to the warehouse? Do you detonate in place? What are you going to do with this? 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 24, 26, 27, 30. Oops. I have erred. There we go. Get myself situated properly for navying here. Good news being I've already done the clearing, as you can see. Oh, bugger. I do manage to do this every now and then. All right, turn on the backpack, sort the backpack. Oop. Ah. Running my mouth about 1879 and forgetting to watch what I'm doing here. And completely forgot. There we go. That back in. And put this in my left hand. There we go. Now the scenario begins with a quick gimme combat to teach the mechanics, moves on to a second, more complex, and third more act, and wraps up within 2 hours. Took some practice to get the hang of that, of writing those. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Huh. And we have the remains of track here from Mining Works. First Minecraft railway I built was a minecart railway. It kind of says something about me that the very first game of Minecraft I ever played, which was a survival no cheat, I built, one of the things I did was build a railway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Immediately saw the advantage of powered rail and mine carts, and used rail to stitch together an empire of one. And someday I need to finish reformatting all that and getting it back online, because I wrote a blog about it. I was really struck by the colonialism and imperialism inherent in vanilla Minecraft. The second major world I played through was designed around the idea of a cooperative and trying to bring benefits to the villagers instead of just going in and looting their shit. 6, 7, 10, 13, 16, 17. What am I doing here? Okay. Good on supplies, good on supplies. Okay. Zoom. Got me this far. Let's go grab a little more track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stone block, stone brick, and start counting blocks here. Sure where I am. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's getting a little dark. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 here. The adventures, I did one that was sort of a steampunk Shadowrun in order to show off that aspect of the game. I did a Sarid's adventure, I did a Samsud adventure, did a New York adventure as I was working on a source book for New York City for 1879, and wrote some fiction about the goings on there. Oops. Swatch my altitude here. Hearing bloops but not seeing any light from it, so figuring I'm probably okay here. Uh-oh. Where's my... There it is. I got a bunch of gravel fall here. There we are. Get the gravel fall cleared. Come back here and start this again. Alrighty, where am I? I am here. I am that close to the diamond mine. Fantastic. How am I doing on supplies? I could do with more track. Wouldn't hurt. I'm going to try and skim over here. See, yes. And that will autofill. There we go. And then from here to here, but then I'm going to have to go on and put pylons up. So let's put that down over and there's the diamond chunk coming up. Oh, yippee. Heh. Okay, I've already done the work. All right, never mind. I was going to make sure I'd already, yeah. Okay, not a problem. We have another caisson to work down in. Yay! Caisson disease was what they originally called it before they understood that it was decompression sickness, also known as the bends. Because to build bridges, they would build these caissons, these enclosures down under the water, and pump air into them to keep the water out. And then I didn't understand why men working down in them got sick when they came back up. 2, 3, 6, 7, 10. The Brooklyn Bridge was designed by John Roebling, who was a cranky, peculiar cuss, and suffered a nasty injury while surveying the site, and then decided on a peculiar form of treatment and died of tetanus, which is a horrible way to go. His son Arthur Roebling took over the project, and by midway through construction was so incapacitated by the bends that his wife Emily had to take over as chief engineer for the project, and so half of the second half basically of the Brooklyn Bridge construction project was run by a female engineer. There is a plaque on the one of the towers for about her. 6, 7, 13. And it was no Calvin Coolidge situation where she went in the bedroom and pretended to talk with her comatose husband. Um, Arthur Roebling consulted where he could from his bed, but he was in such horrible condition that, yeah, Emily was running things. She had to take over more and more. I think I can jump from here into there. We'll find out now, won't we? Let's bounce from here to here. And then into here, yes. And I can go this far. And zoom through to almost to the other end of it. Okay, this is going to get fun. Is this... First things first. More stone brick. As we've seen in earlier streams, I have a machine that's cranking this stuff out for me. Oops, no. Let's bring that out a little wider. Then see if I can jump it. Boom. Did it. Okay. From here to there is too far. I can tell that already. I'm going to need to put a pylon in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30. Oops, too quick. Too far away. Whoops. Connect there. Got overexcited. Don't mind me. There we go. This is where I'm going to turn here. I'm going to shoot across here. And then come back up to hit the emerald and link into the station there. Let's see. 943. Making a turn. Making a turn. Ooh, this one's going to be fun. This should do it. Whether it does or not, well, I mean, we've already seen that I cannot count very well. That's really bothering me as to how I came out 3 blocks off. Sigh. Okay. I need to blast through that. I'm going to wait until I'm closer to it and keep my world editing down to short runs here as I'm getting closer and closer to other track. Also getting a more complex system and have to be a little more careful about it. That I don't break my own shit, you know? I can afford to cut to 4,800. Okay. Making sure of where I can go here. I enjoy how sibilants are elongated in Saurid names. Yeah, there's I mean, these people are, well, they are Saurids. I mean, they're not human. Six. There are a few words there that were deliberately built to not fit easily in a human mouth. The Skyrider, the Saurids who train and ride basically pterodactyls. They train and ride pteranodons. The profession is called a hapatvorefvos. Hapatvorefvos. It's got a VN in it that is it's meant to be tricky for a human to pronounce. Okay, so I am at 5900. Okay, it goes down going to the left. Oz 1, space, 5899, comma, 84, comma, minus 46, 45, 44, 43. 6543. Pause 2, 4800, comma, 96, comma, minus 65, 46, 44, 43? Oh, 46, 47, 48, 49. 49. Zip. 100,000 blocks, that seems reasonable. Replace existing air. Boop. Punch. There we go. Clear the sand here that I just dislodged and move on. Supplies are good. Let's move. Do this. Look back, make sure that it all came out right. Yes, okay, good. And travel on. Oops. Got a town up there. I see all sorts of smoke going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 30. Oop. That's more than 30, I'm willing to bet. Not much more, but enough more that it's going to be annoying. Six. Yeah, it lets me know when I'm down to a minute and a half of air. And looky here, look at that. I'm going right past. Ooh, that was a close one, wasn't it? We'll find out just how close in a minute. Okay. Yeah, train going right past them. As opposed to through them, which is, always a possibility. It's a bit of a risk. Okay, this tunnel, I'm checking for gravel fall, like that. There we go, we're clear. All right, let's get track laid. Get through this tunnel and on out. And then I'm going to go get the train and bring her around on this loop and just see what it looks like. If nothing else, test out the rail that I just laid. Oh, 3, that just... well, at least it wasn't an off by 1. That would have been even more annoying. I'm great at off by 1 errors in Minecraft. Wow. How did I... What the hell? I'm confused as to how I did that. I'm going to be trying to figure it out for a while here. All right. That's... Yeah. Let's go drive a train. Insert Grateful Dead reference here. Okay, we'll take her out this way. And out here, I'm going to hold down the left key to make sure I stay on that line. There we go. And we will go test out. There we go. Let's... be able to at least see her in motion. Come on. Ooh. Yeah. Wow. Single player being stressed just a little here. Stopped. Reached the end of its track. I'm missing... Oh, I know what the problem is. Where'd my camera go? Shit. There we go. All right, I know what the problem is here. Back up. I had an oopsie in this curve, and I figured it wouldn't be a big deal, except it is. So, we're gonna knock out that, and that should fix it. I hope. Oof, oh my heat, aching heat. Good news being we're down at the end of the stream. Bad news is I gotta sit here for a second, or I'm gonna lose the end of the stream, and with 4 minutes to go. You know what? 4 minutes to go. I'm gonna close it out here so I don't overheat, and hope that I make it through. Okay, so top of the hour, close enough. We're within 4 minutes, and we're at a stopping point. We'll pick up here next week. Thank you so very much for being here. I really appreciate you being here. If you have enjoyed this stream, previous VODs are on YouTube at the link in the lower right of your screen. There's a lot of Minecraft there, and there's also other games. Speaking of other games, streaming schedule in the upper left for the community, for the team that I'm part of. There's people doing stuff every day, sometimes in the mornings, afternoons, evenings, all sorts of stuff happening. Check out the schedule. I will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel for more Minecraft trains and tech, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Before then, I will be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Central, with Roots of Pacha, which is a marvelous farming sim that delves into the origins of agriculture and looks at how each invention impacted human civilization in sort of a Stardew Valley type of environment. It's beautifully done, well written. There's been actual tears a few times. It's amazing stuff. Check it out. Thank you so very much for being here. And until we meet again,